speaking of your workout routines, your journey and wellness, etc.
Yeah.
I know in your comedy, you do a lot of satirical stuff of like being a big dude. Like, how do you find the line between like self-deprecating and funny to like actually like, oh, now I'm just like shitting on myself? Like, how do you manage that?
That's a good question. No one's ever asked me that before.
Really?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm so glad I could be honest like that.
It's because you're a comedian.
Yeah.
You know how to ask good questions. I think when I first started doing comedy, actually, my style on stage was a lot of self-deprecating because I was actually a much bigger guy too. I was at my biggest when I started, and I was just doing fat jokes.
How big we talking?
My biggest was 385 pounds.
Okay.
Right now I'm like 280.
Cool. Okay.
So I'm like
right on.
100 pounds.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
And
so you're beta male. You're getting up. You're
so
doing jokes.
beta. Oh my god, the amount of soy I had in my system. Holy fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. I swear.
You can swear. You can swear.
So that's all I knew. And you typically when you start comedy, people always say like, oh, just start simple. Don't start talking about like crazy shit like you're Dave Chappelle, right? So I was like, all right, let me just start off with things that are basic and like easy for me to talk about, which is being fat.
And they tell you to start off by talking about like something physical about you.
Yeah, just like self-deprecating to kind of get it out of the way, and that's the easiest way to learn apparently. So anyway, I was doing that for like 2-3 years straight, and it got to a point obviously it gets really hacky, and it's like we get it, like you're fucking fat. But like you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I got to a point where I was doing it too much, and I can start sensing that people in the audience were feeling sad for me and not laughing anymore.
Is that how you knew it was like too much? Like,
I just intuitively felt. I was like, oh, like this is just like every the next joke I started talking about that was another fat joke. I could just sense like for me it was awkward. Okay, that's how you know when you start to like kind of hesitate
because it's an energy thing.
Yeah, 100%. I think I'm pretty good on picking up on energies, and like even from the start, I was like, oh, this is just like cringe and it's just too much. Yeah. So yeah, that was when I realized it, and I start to like wean off of it a little bit. But now I see it in a different way where I'm like, I'll just like maybe slip it in into a couple jokes, and I'll just move on. But like, shouldn't just be about self-deprecation. Yeah. I think it's too much.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone's different.
It's so hard though to find because like I don't know. I feel like it's a similar of like being even that person at a party, right? Like even if people are listening who maybe like have no interest in doing comedy and are like never on a stage, but like if you're always coming with like the energy of like even if you think in your head like before you go somewhere like oh I suck, no one's gonna like me here. It kind of happens. Like
you're manifesting the wrong things.
Yeah.
You're putting that energy into the world, and it's gonna come back tenfold.
Yeah. How do you think has humor been a tool at all for you, like accepting like body image things a little bit more?
Yeah, always. It's always been that way. I mean, like, I still do. I still talk about, I'm still a bigger guy. I'm not fully fit yet, or I'm on the way to.
Is that your goal to be like shredded?
I don't know if I want to be shredded. I don't really actually care about that. It's more so I just want to feel better. I want to feel the best I can feel.
Cool. Yeah.
And look the best I can look. Whether that's having a lot of muscles or just like looking lean. Yeah. Having good posture.
Totally. It kind of reminds me of like, like Jonah Hill used to have like a bunch of like fat dude jokes. It was always like typecasted into that. Guy, yeah. And then he lost a bunch of weight. And then it was like, you can't.
And one of his best roles actually was Wolf of Wall Street for me.
True. Yeah.
And he was like fully skinny there.
He was an alpha male in that one.
So out. Oh my God. Just blow every 2 seconds.
Yeah. Is that part of your alpha ritual?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you have any vices? Like, are you like drinking? You don't?
No, not really. I mean, like I'm on social media. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, that's a hell of a drug.
Seriously, honestly, yeah. I think it's definitely a drug. But I mean, yeah, like nothing crazy to be honest. No, I used to watch porn.
Okay.
But
what kind of porn did you watch?
Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
I was never into like.
You can't give us an example of like you didn't have one on repeat that you were like.
Oh, there's a lot of repeats.
Yeah, you favorited some.
Oh yeah, I had accounts before.
Oh.
When I was younger. Yeah.
Okay. Like you paid for the stuff behind the paywall.
Yeah, that was like the worst that got. That was also when I was at my worst physically and mentally. When I was like at my fattest. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like you spiral when you're like.
True.
You're not taking care of yourself in one way.
You're like, I feel so bad about myself. Let's beat it.
100%.
And I'll feel good.
Literally beat it. Yeah. Fucking just go nuts.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's being completely transparent. When you let go of yourself in one way, you just end up letting go of yourself in other ways as well.
True.
And that's when everything spirals. And so that was when I was at my worst. And I would eat shitty foods, not exercise, watch porn.
Well, you were exercising.